Good morning, y'all. Welcome to Grizzly Outdoors. Do a little dog training with y'all. Help y'all out here. 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 Sit. Sit. Alright, so y'all, good morning. I'm working with this little pup, my little boy Diego. You know, we had him for maybe about a year and a half, 2 years now here, and I'm just gonna work with him on a little obedience training. Come here, papa. You know, he's been doing pretty good for us to get down. As you can tell, he's still a jumper. All right, I'm comfortable with what he does. All right, you might not be comfortable with your dog doing what he does. He doesn't normally jump on people, and we're working on that. All right, so I'm gonna just give y'all a little bit of leash training, because that's what I've been working on with him, and how to help you while you're walking on a leash and him not tugging and going after another dog or going after other people. So you might not be able to hear me too well, but we're gonna kind of go from there. All right. So first off, I'm gonna just work on a little here and sit, right? And if he doesn't want to sit the first time, usually I just kind of nudge into him a little bit, right? Just to get his attention, all right? So the key factors would I normally notice as far as just training my own dogs. I don't train nobody else's dog. Don't get me wrong. I'm no trainer, right? All right. So I'm just trying to get my dog comfortable to where I'm not trying to fight him on the leash and he's seeing somebody and he just want to lunge straight at him, right? So what I do to work on that is you just work them up, right? Work them up here, all right? And so all you basically do is, right, you just work on them with a little sit, right? A little sit every so often. You take a couple steps here, right? Take a couple steps, sit, and you tell him to sit, right? I didn't have to move too much on him that time, right? Hey, right? I didn't have to move too much on him that time to actually get him to sit, right? See how he's paying attention to my movements? Hey, right? And you can give him a little verbal cue too, or a little snap, or a little pop, you know, and that'll actually get his attention here, right? So you can kind of work on that. I forgot everything that I wanted to work on. I had to set up the camera, all right? But as far as my dogs, right, I'm good with them taking a little bit of lead, because they got to use the bathroom. They're going to pee, they're going to poo, they're going to smell sights and everything, right? But if I'm on a nice little walk and I'm actually like, I want to go walking, right, I'm going to just make sure that he's right there on my side and he's not taking the lead, all right? That's another key factor. Whenever you want to release your dog, you just go ahead and release him, you know? Give him a little excited voice and say, go ahead. And then, you know, he'll ease into it, you know? You don't want your dog just keep on pulling and taking the lead, because now he's going to think he's the alpha every time, all right? So you just kind of want to give him a little release word, and then that way he knows, all right, I can go out there and sniff the grass a little bit, kind of pee, right? And then that's whenever you pick your walking pace back up, right? And then you give him your little cue, right? See how he kind of looked at me there, right? He's like, oh, daddy, what happened? All right? So that's what you want to do, right? Just kind of give him a little verbal cue, all right? Usually whenever I first started training him, I never really just went out there and just started giving him treats and trying to tell him what to do, right? I worked all his nervous energy out of him, is what I did, right? So I worked all his nervous energy out of him. I walked him for like 30, 40 minutes, right? Till his tongue started coming out of his mouth. No, not really, not that long, right? All right, so basically I just want to just work him up and get him nice and heated, right? So that way he relaxes with me, all right? So you want him to relax with you, and then you can start giving him commands, right? You can start giving him a treat right out your pocket. Come here, sit, hey, up here, sit, right? And you can start giving him treats out your pocket, right? You think I got a treat right there. So you can start giving him my treats out your pocket as you walk, right? Get down, hey, right? right? So now you think I got a treat, and he just jumping, hey, right? And he just jumping. So basically, that's what you want to do on your walks, right? So I can just call the attention to something right there, right? So whenever I first start my walk after a nice little warm up, all right, I try not to keep too much hands on the leash. These are long walking leashes, so I try not to keep too much hand on the leash, right? I might cup it like this. I might cup it like this right here, right? I might just have a finger on it, just like this right here, right? So you don't want to keep too much tension on it, because then he's gonna think you're trying to fight it. All right, here. And then all you do basically, right? Once you walk, stop, you give him a little tap, right? And then he should stop with you. Eventually, that's what you want to work up to, right? Give him a little tap, let him know which direction you're going, right? And then you, right? Little verbal cue, he's gonna stop with you, all right? And then eventually you want to get away from the taps, right? And then that way now he's just paying attention to you as y'all walking, all right? And he can still sniff and smell around, right? And then if he decides to sniff and smell around, but he's too far ahead of you, right? Just give him a little verbal cue, right? And he's gonna step back, all right? Right? And he's gonna step back. So you just give him that little verbal cue or a nice little tug on the leash, right? You don't want to be yanking your dog like this, right? Trying to get him to stop. No, you stop, get a treat in your hand, and tell him here, or tell him come, right? And then he's gonna come, and he's gonna come here, all right? So that's what I usually work on with the dogs first. And I mean, we got 3 dogs, so we got our older dog Marty. This is Diego. And we got our lab Luke, all right? He was by far so far one of our more rambunctious dogs, right? So he would pull on the leash and he would go all crazy seeing people, you know. And I said, you know what? I gotta work with him, you know. So on one of my days off, all I did was take him and we just walk down the road for about 20 minutes, right? Once I started seeing his tongue come out, I was like, good, I got him exactly where I want him at, right? So then that's whenever I started giving him treats. As I'm walking, like I said, telling him here, right there, treats, right there by me, right there by me, right there by me, all right? And then eventually, he just started staying right there by me, right? So then, that's whenever I started taking the treats away from him, all right? So, and then it was just all leash after that, right? All leash. Right? So basically now, as you just seen, right? Whenever I stop and give him that tug, he's either gonna sit or he's gonna stop. And I'm fine with either one, right? Because I'm trying to make myself comfortable walking my dog, right? I don't wanna just be walking him and he's just all over the place, right? So I want him by my side, all right? I either want him by my side or I want him behind me. And if your dog picks up on that cue to actually sit and stay right there behind you, that's fine, you know? I mean, so that's what you want your dog to do, right? Because you're the alpha, you're the pack leader. So that's what you want to get your dog to, right? All right, you also have to build up these steps inside the home, right? Build up these steps to make him sit, hey, here, right? And make him sit, right? So now automatically, right? I'm fine with this. As long as I give him that nudge and he's paying attention to me and he goes to sit, I'm fine with that. So you have to be fine with that as an owner of your dog to say, hey, look, you know what? I'm fine with that. You know? I'm completely fine with that. You can tell his attention is off over here, right? But he never moved from the sit position. And I still have a whole bunch of things to work on with him, but like I said, I'm fine with that.